First, carefully consider your company's structure. If you haven't established a company yet, what specific legal entity type would suit you best? I'll share my own story as an example. I launched my Amazon business in 2018 while I was living in Germany. I initially registered a sole proprietorship, an individual entrepreneur company. Why? Well, because it was the absolute simplest option for managing taxes, and it was the easiest for me to find a suitable accountant for that specific kind of business activity. Later, when I realized that everything was turning out successfully and my turnover surpassed the permissible limits for a sole proprietorship, I proceeded to open the equivalent of our LLC. And that's when a problem came up. The accountant who worked with my sole proprietorship didn't want to take on an LLC because in Germany, the financial reporting is completely different. An LLC, requires more time and more skills from an accountant, so my accountant simply dropped me. But there was nothing I could do. I had to find a new firm that would work with. And yes, in Germany, that's a huge problem. Accountants really don't want to work with Amazon sellers because the financial reporting is just too complicated. So first, consider your company's structure. Do you want to open a sole proprietorship or an LLC right away? And here's something else you need to consider. Do you want to sell your brand in the future or not? It's really good to consider this from the outset, because it might lead you to structure your operations differently, especially if you envision selling your brand down the line. In that case, it should be legally established as a separate entity right from the beginning.